I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 2 English lesson on titles. So, we'll be doing our grade 2 English lesson on titles. And before we start with our lesson on titles, we're going to log into aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts and then grade 2. Once you've selected the subject of language arts and then grade 2, and then you're going to scroll down up until you get to the chapter of titles. So today we're basically going to find out what titles are, and how we also match certain titles with the specific pictures. And we're also going to capitalize these titles. All right, so we said our chapter is titles. The subject is English language arts, grade 2. And the lessons that we're going to be focusing on under the chapter of titles is which book title goes with the picture, and also capitalizing titles. So which book title goes with the picture, and then we're also going to be capitalizing titles. So when it comes to books, right, and matching the book title with the picture, right? Usually when it comes to books, you choose most times you choose books based on the title, right? You look at the cover, you look at the title, you even look at the picture that goes with the title or the cover, or that's on the cover of the book, right? Because that will basically show, it's almost like it will be kind of, let's say, catchy. And then also with when it comes to book titles, right? Sometimes you'll have a book title, and before even showing a book title, or let's say reading the book title, the picture on the cover of that specific book will tell you, will, or let's say will give us an idea of what we think the title of the book is about, or will give us an idea of what we think the book will be about. You may ask a question. And then we're also capitalizing titles. So we're going to find out what are titles, right? And how we're going to capitalize these titles. Because remember, capitalizing titles are important. So in a title, right, we capitalize. So within a title, either of a book, we capitalize the first word, we capitalize the last word, and we also capitalize every important word that is in between. So in a title, right, we capitalize the first word, we capitalize the last word, and we also capitalize every other important word that is in between. And if we look at a few examples, right, it says the wind in the willows. The wind in the willows. There we capitalize the first word, we capitalize the last word. And also another word that is important is wind. So when it comes to words like in or the or a or an or on or but, those are words that are, we don't see that much as important, right? It's either joining words, for example, conjunctions are joining words, and these conjunctions are and, but, or. So you can basically use these words within your title, but it is not important, which means that they will be written with lower cases. Then we also have short prepositions. And examples of short prepositions are at, by, for, in, of, on, to, up. And these are short prepositions. And short prepositions are also not important within a, let's say, within the title. So we basically only capitalize the first word, we capitalize the last word, and we also capitalize every other word in between that we think is important. But words such as the coordinating conjunctions or the prepositions, we do not capitalize those ones. All right, let's look at the next one. It says James and the Giant Peach. So James and the Giant Peach. All right, so we said when we capitalize titles, we capitalize the first word, which is James. We capitalize the last word which is peach. And every other word in between, right? Which will only be giant. And that is also that. So basically, James, giant, and peach, those are more important words, right? That we capitalize. The word and is a coordinating conjunction. We don't have to. that is not seen as important, right? So we do not capitalize that. The, it's an article. So either a, an, or the. Those are articles. So that is also not important. So remember, articles, prepositions, as well as coordinating conjunctions, we do not. That is not seen as important, right? Especially within a title. All right, so once again, in a title, right, we need to capitalize. Remember titles of books, titles of journals, but for now, let's just start by titles of books, right? If you have a title of a book, the first word of that title is capitalized. The last word is also capitalized, and every other word that is important are capitalized. But we do not capitalize articles, prepositions, or conjunctions, right? We do not capitalize that. That is not seen as important, so that is written with a lower case. So during the lesson, we're going to look at which book title goes with the pictures, and we're also going to be capitalizing titles. And remember, we capitalize it based on what's important. So once again, before we continue, that when we capitalize, let's say titles, right? The first word, the last word, and every other word in between are important. But articles are not important, and articles such as a, an, or the. And then we also made a few examples of the wind in the willows. We capitalize the first word, which is the. We capitalize the last word, which is willows. And the words that is in between that's important, which is wind, because it's the wind in the willows. All right. And we are doing our lesson on aplusstudents.ca. All right, so we are doing our lesson on aplusstudents.ca. So let's go to aplusstudents.ca. And the lessons that we're going to be focusing on under the chapter of titles is which book title goes with the picture and capitalizing titles. If you are in grade 12, then it is fine. It's fine because you are basically just sitting in and listening. So grade 12 is fine. All right, so we said our chapter is titles, and we're going into our first lesson, which is which book title goes with the picture. All right, if we look at this picture, right? So usually when a story is being told, right, they'll first show you the pictures, especially of the title of the book, so that you can maybe come up with ideas as to what you think the book is about or will be about, or what you think the title might be. All right. So if you look at this picture, right, he is literally carrying a lot of things. So what do you think, based on the picture and him carrying a lot of things? What do you think the title? All right, so if we look at this picture, right? So they're saying that the title of this book is Moving Day. Moving Day. And the, let's say if we look at the picture, right? The ideas that we're getting as to why it is maybe called Music Moving Day, it basically just shows that he needs to juggle and carry everything by himself, right? So, which means that he is moving with his belongings. It's his moving day. All right, so now we have moving day. So, based on just looking at the title, we can maybe say that the title of this book is Moving Day. All right, so if we look at the solar system over there, right? So which book title better matches the picture? So if you look at that picture, right? We see the solar system. All right, so if we look at this picture, right? If we look at the title, then we can maybe get the idea it's going to be about space. It's about something that is up beyond, right? And basically, the title is Above the Moon. All right. So if we look at this picture over here, what do you think, or which book title better matches the picture? So, based on what we see in front of us, the specific screen, what do you think the title of this man's story might be? All right. Remember also, we see that when we do write our titles, right? Then the first word is capitalized, the last word is capitalized. So if we look at this picture, right, we see someone that is busy. Is it painting or fixing something, right? The puppy trying to get his attention. So which means that he is a hard working man. But now, what do we think the title might be? So we can even go with the title The Godfather's Clock Shop. That is just a possible. All right, so now let's see. The better book title is Grandfather's Clock Shop, right? So Grandfather's Clock Shop, which means that he's a grandfather. He's a big man, old man. And this picture shows a man who's working with broken clocks. So we say that the better title of this book is Grandfather's Clock Shop, meaning that he fixes clocks or he makes clocks, right? But he basically has a clock shop. And that is also why they're showing this picture here in front of us. Because that is basically the inside or how a clock mainly look inside. All right. So if our title is Grandfather's Clock Shop, so basically if we look at this picture, right, and then it shows a man that is working with broken clocks. All right. So which means that if we were to write a title, we can even say grandfather with the clock shop, grandfather's clock shop, right? But any catchy phrase, or let's say title. All right. If you look at what the kids are doing, so which book title better matches the picture, right? By the looks of it, it looks like they are playing, I think, hide and seek in the house. So yeah, they're saying that the title could be Where Could Abigail Be? Right? Which means that it is still hide and seek, but we are specifically looking for Abigail, right? And remember, we see that when we do write a title, the first word of the title needs to be capitalized, the last word needs to be capitalized. So, where is Anna? Or we can say it is like playing hide and seek. Because the one is hiding, or let's say a few are hiding, and the one is seeking or looking. All right, if we look at the picture, what do we think is the title? So the girl is having cookies, she's under the blankets, reading a book, or basically with busy with the laptop. And remember also when we write titles, right? We said the first word is capitalized, the last word is capitalized, and every other word within that sentence that is seen as important. And those are capitalized. Words like articles, prepositions, and conjunctions, we do not capitalizing. That is written with a lower case. All right. So even if you look at a possible, let's say, book title, right? It says here, Marcy. So Marcy works from home because now it's the question is like why Marcy worked from home, right? Because now they're saying the picture shows a girl working on a laptop in what looks like her home. So Macy works from home. So we said Marcy works from home. And yeah, it even shows we capitalize the first word, which is Marcy. We capitalize the last word, which is home. And we also underline something or words that is important, and that is works. All right. So basically, we can say that Marcy is working from home, right? And Marcy also looks very cold while she's working from home, drinking hot chocolate, eating cookies. And we did that one already. All right, let us go to our test page. And in our test page, we are going to say which book title better matches the picture. So which one better matches the picture? Is it The Dog Who Loved Boats? So is it The Dog Who Loved the Boats, who loved boats, or The Dog Who Wanted to Fly? If we look at those two titles, which book title do we think better matches the picture? All right, so if we choose which book title better matches the picture, and then we'll go with the second one. Because the first one says The Dog Who Loved Boats, and we don't see any boats, we don't see any the sea, we don't see the ocean, right? But it says the next one says The Dog Who Wanted to Fly. And even for some reason, it looks like the dog is happy, it's flying. So the dog who wanted to fly. And well done, that is correct. If we look at the picture over here, which book title do you think better matches the picture? Is it Moving Day or Going to the Store? All right, so if we choose the book title that better matches the picture, and then we can say it is Moving Day, because we see that that is a possible answer. Moving Day. So Moving Day, and also just with Moving Day, right? It's only two words, which means that you can capitalize those two words. And we already said that the first word, which is moving, is capitalized. The last word, which is day, is capitalized. Moving Day. And Moving Day is correct. Which book title best matches or better matches the picture. So we see these two kids playing, making paper jets. Now, are we going to look at how to draw an elephant? So if we look at this picture, is it how to draw an elephant? Or paper birds for Peter? Paper birds for Peter. So we need to say which one is correct. All right, so which means that if we choose our correct title, we will say paper birds for Peter, right? Because they're basically busy with papers. So we can say paper birds for Peter. All right, and that is correct. And then if we look at our picture over here, which book title better matches the picture? Is it the grandfather's clock shop? Or is it the problem puppy? So is it the grandfather's clock shop or the problem puppy? So we need to basically match the correct picture with its titles. Is it the first one, which is grandfather's clock shop, or the second option where we say the problem is puppy? So is it the godfather's clock shop, or is it the second one, the problem puppy? All right, so we can basically then say this is grandfather's clock shop. So we said grandfather's clock shop, and that is correct. So we now need to say which book title better matches the picture. So which book title it better matches the picture? Is it like a racing to see who's gonna come first? So if we look at the titles, is it Fast Friends or The Mouse and the Elephant? All right, so we are saying two, but now the question is, do we see an elephant in the picture? because the title is The Mouse and the Elephant. All right, let's go with the second one, right? We're going to go with the second one because everybody chose the second one. But if we look at the picture, right, there we have a mouse and there we also have a giraffe. All right, let's just go with Fast Friends. And Fast Friends is correct because the second one says the mouse and the elephant, right? And there's no elephant within that picture, right? And which book title better matches the picture? Is it Not in Our Woods Cleaning Up the Trash? Or is it Clean Clothes, Our New Washable Wear Machine? Sorry, washing machine, sorry. So is it Not in Our Woods Cleaning Up the Trash? So if we look at our picture, right? So if we look in the woods, then it looks like there's a lot of stuff that was basically just dumped. So which means that we're going to stick to the first one, which says Not in Our Woods Cleaning Up the Trash. Which means that the community members are going to take the action and the stand to clean on their own. All right, so we're going to stick to Not in Our Woods, cleaning up the trash. Yes, and the first one is correct. So well done. The first one is correct. All right, let's go on to the last one. The last one says, which book title is better or better matches the picture? So is it Marcy's Work from Home or is it Marcy's Kitchen? And remember, your title or the name of your title need to match the picture, right? So most of you are saying yes, number one, which means that it is Marcy Works from Home. So we can then stick to Marcy Works from Home. All right, so Marcy Works from Home is correct. All right, so we did our chapter on titles. So if we, so remember we said when it comes to titles, especially titles of books, right? Then it means that the first word of a title we capitalize the last word, and we capitalize every other word that is important, right? Within that, um, let's say the title. Words like your prepositions are not important, so that is lowercase. Your articles are lowercase, which is not important, as well as the conjunctions, which is and, but, or, so. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on titles. Thank you very much for joining the class, and I hope you're going to have a good day further. Goodbye.